I'm making this video to talk about the worst investment that I've ever made. It's Gap. Even though they're paying dividends all the time, the reason I invested in it was very silly, and I lost 60% on this of my investment already, and I don't think it's going anywhere in the next 10 years at all. I think it's going to take a long time until it reaches the level that it was when I invested in it. And I think that's my biggest mistake. My biggest investment mistake is this, and I think I've learned something from it, to never attach to a company based off what their contractual agreements are with other people and other companies. What I've done is I basically said that because Kanye West is investing in Gap, they will grow in the next 10 years. And he came back with his vision, and he came back with all of this stuff. And then it turned out that he pulled out of the deal, just like he pulls out of every other deal. So what I've learned, one thing that I've learned, and I would like to pass it on to you as well, is never believe what Kanye is investing in, because you will lose. What happens is, because he changes his mind and they try to use him with his designs and this stuff that he's doing, it makes it an unreliable investment for people, and I got burned out from this, and I can't believe I did. I believed in the vision. I believed that Gap, is a company, because I buy a lot of stuff that they, a lot of jeans and stuff like that, like a lot of clothing. I thought that he will bring that company to something else, to a better, in a better situation, and will invest more, will create stores worldwide. And then they kind of did him dirty, and when they did, he pulled out of the deal. But what this tells me is to never really believe any type of companies that are telling you they have a contract with somebody, because that contract could be withdrawn at any given time, just like how he did now, because you never know what the relationship with somebody is towards that company. So that's why my suggestion right now, what I've started doing, is I started investing in companies like Coca-Cola, where I know they're like massive, or like Walmart, companies that are like JP Morgan, like companies that are very huge, and they don't need those contracts with people to get their stock price up. Like right now, I don't even think Twitter is a reliable stock, because if you invest right now, they may, the contract they may withdraw the contract, and then you never know what's going to happen. So companies like JP Morgan, as I said, Coca-Cola, companies like Wells Fargo, even though they're terrible, companies like multinational firms that are massive, are the ones, like Salesforce, are the ones that I decided to put my money in, because of course, using a dollar cost average strategy, where I just put small amounts of money over a period of time instead of putting one big bulk and then selling. Companies like Tesla as well, I have in my portfolio. Recently I bought, because it's very low, and they keep splitting every year, so they keep splitting, which helps a lot with investments, because in the next few years you may have like 5, 6, you may have 10 shares, 20 shares worth of Tesla, when you just bought like 5 in the beginning. So it's quite a convenient way to invest. I think they do it very differently. A company that I wouldn't invest is Microsoft, and I just don't think that they will get over Apple. I think Apple is going to win in the long run, and these are kind of some of my learnings that I found in the last few months, the last few years as well. AMD is also not a company that I would put my money into as well, because I used to be a shareholder with them. I sold very recently, and I sold at a high. So it's because Apple is really going to be, I think they're going to be the leader in tech. After buying the MacBook Pro, I just realized that I was relying so much on Windows and AMD a lot, and then I realized that this machine is so powerful, and I don't think anything can beat it. They don't have contracts with other companies. They just do their own thing right now with the Apple Silicon. So always try to look for companies that, if you're looking for long-term investments and dividends, try to look for companies that are very established, and I don't need the help of anybody else. It's very simply put. So let me know what you think in the comments below. But that was my worst investment mistake, and I think I still haven't sold. So I have 60% down, and I still haven't sold. And it's and I'm probably not going to sell it in the next 5-6 years. I'm going to keep it there. I'll do it, which is the level that it was at the time, but it's going to take a long, long time. So I learned from it. I hope you learn from it as well. To never rely on things and hype and what the news are saying, what the articles are saying. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know in the comments below which one was your worst mistake in investing.